Hey guys, it's Rebecca. I want to talk to you today about different levels of consciousness. And this is going to be probably somewhat controversial. And I want to talk about this because of what's been going on with the Charlie Kirk discourse. Anyone from any political standpoint, perspective, opinion, who's wishing ill or celebrating the death of someone has a lot of work to do. And I deeply, deeply hope that they are able to find the path to doing that work. With that being said, I think it's really important when we are on the spiritual path that when we are reacting to something emotionally, in an emotional way, in a negative emotional way, we are mindful in that moment what lens, what level of consciousness we are viewing whatever it is that's eliciting those emotions through. So for example, when I am looking through the human lens, the 3D lens of, this life was taken far too soon. He left his wife and children and he was young. I could experience feelings of anger, frustration, resentment for, the person responsible for this, the collective responsible for this, the elites, the dark side, whatever you believe was responsible for this. And when I'm aligning with these lower vibrational emotions, I am holding my entire frequency down. But it makes sense. I'm human. These things feel wrong. It feels like there's major injustice that's occurring across the planet on so many levels, in so many areas. But when I look through a different lens, when I look through a lens of higher consciousness, which is now available to those of us who are on this awakening path, I see something very, very different. And I can mitigate those negative emotions that I'm experiencing, which bring my frequency down. What I can do is see things from the perspective of his soul. This was something that was planned. It was by design. There was karma involved. His family, who is now experiencing grief and loss and, extreme sadness, they all have contracts with him on the soul level that knew that this was going to be an experience that they were going to have. So from that perspective, there is deep honor and sacredness in his death. And when I am able to see that through this higher consciousness lens, the lower level emotions through that lower consciousness lens don't seem to have so much power over me. This is the nature of expansion, of transformation, of alchemy in this process of awakening. We are all being given a chance to see things for what they really are, rather than allow our experiences to be limited by the human lens. It doesn't mean that we're not allowed to look through and have experiences through the human lens. We are. That's why we are here. That is literally why we are here. But we can shift and see things through both lenses. And it allows for a deeper level of acceptance. And when we are in this deeper level of acceptance, we experience a deeper level of freedom, because our emotions are not ruling us. it's important for us to see that, or to at least be open to the idea that what we are experiencing is a result of an intricate design made by our souls. All of the darkness and all of the light is an equal part of the importance of the experience. We need both, and we need one in order to understand the other. Light doesn't mean anything if we don't have dark to hold next to it. It just becomes neutral. So be mindful when you are having these emotional responses that can really affect our vibration. And it's not just for you and your level of comfort. Where we are vibrating, it contributes directly to the collective vibration and the future of the collective. It's important that we are anchoring light at this time. So be mindful when those things come up. Allow yourself to have a moment of looking through that human lens. But then call yourself to shift. Understand that there are deeper, more sacred stories that are playing out here. Everything is not as black and white as we tend to make it. It's okay to allow yourself to have the human experience. That is literally why we're here. But there are certain things in that human experience that no longer serve us as a collective, us as individuals. We are ascending. We are evolving. And the way that we respond emotionally to things changes in that evolution. I love each and every one of you so much, and happy ascension.